Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. How's everybody doing? Every year, it's a new team. We got our new team. Oh, man. How's everybody feel about the draft? I put a poll up. I haven't looked at it yet. I saw Kate responded. She was like super excited. But I can't wait to hear what everybody thinks. What's up, David? What's up, MK? Bucky's going to be a beast. Bucky Irvin. Yeah, everybody's excited about him. Heard some good stuff about him. But, you know, here's the weird thing. We, like, none of these guys that we picked were on our list, really. Well, let me see. Chris Braswell, Graham Barton, we had talked about quite a bit as an option. I know Al preferred him over the two centers, Powers Johnson and Frazier. But then the rest of the guys, Tyke Smith, Jalen McMillan, Bucky Irvin, Elijah Klein, Devin Culp. I didn't see any of those guys on our list. So I found that interesting. So how's everybody feel? How's that? Jim, what's up, man? Rampage, what is up, brother? Where you been, man? Yeah, we filled holes. We filled holes, Jim. Yeah, I'm not upset with the draft. Not at all. But I'm not super excited about it either. You know, I don't feel like we knocked it out of the ballpark, if you know what I'm saying. Nobody exciting. Let's put it that way. Maybe Bucky Irvin. But, you know, they all seem like really solid picks. You know, Graham Barton, of course, and we needed that offensive line help. I don't know what they're going to do with him now. Is he going to be a guard? I mean, everybody's talking about him being at center. I did not watch the press conferences the Buccaneers have had. They had the defensive coaches doing their press conferences, the offensive coaches doing their press conferences. I haven't had time to watch any of it. I was barely able to make it to the live stream today. I mean, I haven't showered and brushed my hair. I probably still have spaghetti on my face. You were watching the draft on BSPN? Yeah, I ended up watching it on the NFL Network. Raw, what's up? Yeah, no outside cornerback. It appears that Tyke Smith, we're going to play him at nickel. But that's par for the course for us, man. You can't ever have enough nickels. You didn't like it, David? Did not like the draft? David ain't have, he don't even like Bucky. Oh, man. Yeah. That's what I've seen from the running back position as well. Bucky, you know, he's not a bruiser. Let's put it that way. Oh, Rampage, that was your least favorite pick. Yeah, you know, my garage door. Yeah, I really thought we were going to try to do something, move up, move down. You know, especially as far as Powers Johnson and Frazier fell. I thought for sure we were going to try and snag them. I mean, why not? Couldn't hurt. Well, is that the thing? Are we going to play Barton at center? Pewter Sky, what's up? Mr. Gotti. The Eagles got the players you wanted. Yeah, I know, right? Let me see. Malachi Corley, he got drafted by the Jets in round 3, so we missed out on him. Storm Duck, my boy, he didn't get drafted, but he is an undrafted free agent with the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins are stacking up over there. That's Storm Duck. Micah Abraham, Donnie Abraham's son, he got drafted in the 6th round by the Colts. And, the Buccaneers are not picking up Tryon's 5th-year option, which that kind of blew me away to realize that he's been with the team for 3 years. This will be his 4th year. Let me see. He was drafted 32nd overall. This was right after we won the Super Bowl. He was our first pick after the Super Bowl. 32nd. That was 2021. So it's been 21, 22, 23. Yeah, this will be his 4th year. I was like, whoa, man. That kind of surprised me. Doesn't seem like he's been around that long. He had his shot. He got almost a full season as a starter and didn't do anything with it. So we're not going to pick up his 5th-year option. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays this year, knowing that too. That's the reports. We still got another year. We might do it. I mean, he might come out and ball. You never know. We got rookie jersey numbers for all these guys. Graham Barton's going to be number 62. That's good. Offensive line number. Chris Braswell, defensive end, he's going to be number 43. That's not a defensive end number. Tyke Smith, our safety / nickel corner, he's going to be number 23. That's a good number. Jalen McMillan, wide receiver, he's going to be number 15. Bucky Irving, running back, number 7. So, playoff Lenny's number. Elijah Klein, offensive lineman, number 79. Good choice. Delvin Culp, tight end, number 82. Good choice there, too. So, only got one. Chris Braswell, number 43. I don't get it. I don't understand. Go with tradition. Whatever. I watched some highlights of Braswell. I don't know. Didn't blow my socks off. Let's put it that way. I know. TJ Tampa. Right? We had the list of these guys we wanted just for their names. We didn't get none of them. Isaac Garindo. He can block, run with power, run outside, and be a receiving threat. Who picked up Garindo? I don't need to ask. I guess I can look it up myself. $129th pick, Green Bay. Oh, no. San Francisco 49ers. Oh, that's Brad Culpepper's son? Who? Didn't we do that? Which one? Who? Was he an undrafted free agent? I had a list of those guys, too. Let me see. We got Toledo corner Chris McDonald. USF and Arkansas linebacker Antonio Greer. Center Avery Jones. 3 straight years of starting experience he's got. Auburn. So that would be interesting. That would be very interesting. One thing I did notice about our draft, we didn't go small schools this year. I think we did a Toledo or somebody, but Nolan Potter. I'm not sure exactly what position he is. Missouri guard Xavier Delgado. Safety Rashad Wisdom. Tight end John Beadle. He played at Tampa Gaither. Don't know what that's all about. Cincinnati edge Daniel Griziak. Florida State linebacker Kalen DeLoach. Illinois State quarterback Zach Enigstad. That's interesting. Toledo defensive tackle Judge Culpepper. Oh, is that Culpepper's son? He's a defensive tackle? Woo! That's crazy. Thunder Burke? Who is that? Mississippi State defensive back Marcus Banks. Got one more here. Hold on. Let me see who this is. Tyreek Funderburk. Fullback. So, interesting. Yeah, a lot of these guys aren't going to make the roster for sure. But, our undrafted free agents last year, quite a few of them made the roster. We going cheap, man. We cheap. We got the money. Tryon, yeah. It's such a shame with him. It really is. And we've had that experience a lot. I was a big Noah Spence fan. And it's basically the same thing. Same exact thing with Tryon. He got the opportunity to start, played almost a full year in the starting position, and just did nothing. Nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out the Tyke pick. see some of the stuff he's done. But that's the thing. We talk about this all the time. Highlights. I want to see a full game at least. All 22. So maybe I could scrounge some up. Antonio Greer. Mo Kamara, yeah, you were preaching Mo Kamara, David. Yeah, he was still available. Yeah, the Braswell pick it kind of surprised me, because there were some names out there, and I don't think Bradwell's going to be a flop or anything, but he just seems like just a guy, Yeah, Spence was, he lit it up and then fizzled out. Kind of, it reminds me almost exactly of Tryon. Because remember when Tryon came in, his first year in, I think it was a preseason. Man, he was a monster in preseason. But then he didn't do anything in the regular season. What really showed up to me with him was when he got the opportunity to start. That's when you go all out. And he just, he was getting some pressure, but he missed so many tackles, man, so many tackles, and so many sacks. It was very frustrating. MH, what's going on, brother? Trade JTS if we could. We might get a 7th rounder out of him. David is not happy with any of our picks. Jalen Wright's pulling away from Tyke in the open field. That's Yaya Diaby. Yeah, hopefully, man, this year he's going to really show us what he's got. I'm excited for him. And Canty, I really think Canty is going to be, maybe not elite, but he's going to be top shelf. He's got a lot of good qualities about him, and the bad stuff is easily correctable. Right? Yeah. Braswell looked like a cleanup guy in college. That's how I felt too. Just kind of a dude. Not horrible. We'll get the job done. Yeah, very stiff. Very stiff. I don't think I saw him lean coming around the edge once in all the clips I saw. Doesn't seem to have that the big toolbox, I guess. David, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. When there's a good guy on the board, we take the middle guy because we're going to develop. We love to develop players. Now, see, I'm not mad about the draft. I really am. Kind of little disappointed just because I wanted some pizzazz. I wanted Storm Duck. There's something to talk about. None of these guys, I don't really feel like there's really anything to talk about. I mean, even Graham Barton, we had him on our list as a first rounder, but the reason why they went with him is because he's versatile. I really think Powers Johnson or Frazier would have been better if we were shooting for a center. If we take Barton and make him the center, I don't know, man. I didn't see him in any of the snap or any of the clips I saw. I didn't see him take any snaps at center. I didn't know if he has. I haven't looked into it. A lot of stiffness. That's how I felt too. I didn't think about it until y'all said that. But yeah, you definitely didn't see him leaning into the tackle, and spinning around him with that angle. Run liability. Oh, I didn't even think about that. MH. Yeah. I was hoping we'd go for a true center. Yep. I mean, I get that you want to have versatility, especially, with the injuries we've had over the past few years. But I think you're giving up something for that versatility. You're giving up that specialization. And center, I think, is a job that, it's a specialist position, I feel. You can swap out guards and tackles and all that, but center, they got to do a lot, and they can't mess up. So it's better to have a specialized guy. It's just my opinion. Hopefully the Buccaneers know what they're doing. Got faith in my boys. Oh, family's doing great, okay. I appreciate you asking. How you doing, man? David, you liked that he was couldn't pick some no-name dude from a Triple D college. He was forced to pick an elite offensive lineman. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he is tall. Yeah. That's a good point, Rampage. That's a good point. I mean, all the good centers we've had have been squat. And I like the squat centers. I like it. If you did a curve with the offensive line, I like it to go like this. Big and tall on the outside. Short, not short, but shorter in the center. And I think it would help our quarterback. I mean, we joked about it all year long that he couldn't see the middle of the field. He was too short. And our offensive linemen were too big. I mean, we got tall offensive linemen. Hey, MK, did you go to the wing place by Raymond James for, what was it, second night draft? I think you said you were going to do it. I think you sent me an email. I haven't had a chance to look. He took center snaps in high school. Man, whoa, that's... Ew. Are we going to use him at center? Are they happy with Hainsey? I don't know. Are they happy with Mock? There's no way. we've got a new offensive line coach and coordinator stuff, new offensive coordinator. I know they're looking at that game film of Cody Mock and going, holy crap, why did they leave him out there all year long? That was my question. He had a rough time, man. We got a tall quarterback in Trask. we could get draft back. Glennon, Mike Glennon. That dude was only 5'4" to the shoulders, and then he was like 6'10" if you counted his neck and his forehead. I should give him a hard time. He was a horrible quarterback, though. I couldn't stand the way he played, man. Check down master. In the whole time he played, did he throw the ball over 20 yards? I can't remember. It wasn't often, that's for sure. I'm not even sure if he could throw it 20 yards. Okay, so Barton played center at Duke in his freshman year. Okay. Right, yeah, David. Yeah, we could have. But apparently they like that Braswell. You know? I think that, see, we got two defensive players back to back, and then the rest are offense. You know, so our first round pick was offense, and then from fourth on was offense. So I think Bowles wanted to get his guys. I think he had a target on Braswell and Smith. But yeah, I was hoping that too. I was watching Frazier and Powers fall. I was like, man, we can jump up and trade it. Matter of fact, I said that my prediction was we were going to trade down to the Chargers or the Patriots, and they ended up trading too. Chargers had a weird draft, I thought. I really thought they were going to go wide receiver heavy, but they didn't. Who had the best draft? Yeah. You really kind of have to go with the Bears, right? I think the Eagles had a pretty good draft, too. Did y'all see the Colts general manager just cussing up a storm at the reporters about the guy they drafted? They said he was like a head case or something. And man, he went off. He was cussing. I was like, he's not happy about that. Oh, that's right, Raw. I remember that. Glennon with that game in Pittsburgh. That was a last-minute victory, too. Didn't he come in, like, in the second half and win the game for us? I can't remember. I do remember that, though. I remember beating the Steelers with Mike Glennon. That'll go down in infamy. Right, yeah, Jim, that's how I feel 100%. But we want all of our offensive linemen to be able to play all the positions. It's the same way we are with defense. You know, we want our safeties to be able to play linebacker, to be able to play cornerback, to be able to play nickel. And a lot of times they do. And we just shift everybody around all the time so much. What's up, Bodie? Yeah, that Coach Jim, he was awesome, man. He was just... He kept apologizing too. He'd cuss and he'd go, I'm sorry, I don't mean to. And then he'd start cussing again and be like, I'm sorry. Yeah, we need Al to hype up Braswell. And Barton. He was high on Barton. Yeah, get that extension going. I was really surprised we didn't pick up Micah Abrams. Just for I mean, Donnie Evans was a great quarterback for us. Where did I say he went? He went to the Colts, right? 6th round. Was it 6th round? Yeah. Yeah, we could have got him. Oh, let me see. I want to see the poll results that I put out. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do it without blowing up my computer. I'm researching upgrading, man. I got to do it. My options are I could change out the fan in this power supply because it's going wonky, or I could buy a new power supply. Right? I've got like 4 sitting here. I used to have modular power supplies, which makes it a whole lot easier to swap out. So I think what I'm going to do is just replace this fan, but I'm going to go with a fanless one, a fanless power supply, like $400. But that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to upgrade my whole computer. Not right now, but I think I'm just going to replace the fan right now, do a quick patch so my computer doesn't crash on me all the time when I'm streaming. Okay, let me see. Here we go. Hold. All right. Yeah. See, most people were happy with it. We got 65% gave us an A, 27% gave us a B, 4% gave us a D, and 4% gave us an E. That's David Robinson right there. He probably did both the D and the E. Nobody gave us a C though. I'd give us a B. Like I said, the only thing that I didn't like was there's no pizzazz. There's nobody to be excited. A name or somebody who ran the 40 fast or, it's got at least one good college highlight clip. Yeah, we got Culpepper's son. Yeah, he's a defensive tackle. I didn't know that. Brad must have fed him well as a Utes. Oh my gosh. Atlanta, though, we had a ball with that on draft night. Went and looked at how the Atlanta fans were responded. Oh my gosh, that was more fun than the draft, I think. Carolina did better than I expected. New Orleans did good, I thought. Atlanta, though, I don't know. It kind of makes sense what they were doing, but I don't know. It's just it's not going to sit well with Kirk Cousins. I mean, you already started a locker room issue, so couldn't have to do a better team. But I thought the Panthers did better than I expected. I was kind of surprised. They were kind of level-headed with their picks, I thought. B-. Hey, yeah, that's a good call, Rampage. Oh, that's right. The Saints took Kool-Aid. My first thought of that was, as soon as they did, I was like, oh, him and Mike Evans are going to fight. Yeah, there you go, Gotti. That's exactly what I was thinking. Mike Evans is going to climb on top of his shoulders and catch the ball. Someone else gave the F grade. Oh, man. Probably Al or Tom. Fuago be good? Yeah, right. MH, as soon as Cousins has a bad game or gets hurt or something, everybody's going to be calling for Penix. Yeah, it's just going to be a mess over there. But I'm not mad. That team's got a lot of talent. I'm hoping they could get divided as much as possible. To really, when I look at the rosters of all the teams in our division, they're the ones that scare me. Poor old Carolina Panthers, man. I was hoping they'd pick Storm Duck in round 1 or something. They traded up, got the 32nd pick, 32nd pick. And for the 32nd pick of the 2024 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers picked Storm Duck. That would have made my night. Did y'all see where Tepper went into? This guy has got a restaurant in Carolina. It's up at Charlotte, near the stadium, and he's obviously very big with the team. The front office people have watched the draft there before and all that, so he's in with all of them. A big time Panthers fan, and he had put on his marquee outside. It was something along the lines of, Tepper, let the GM and the coaches pick this year. Well, anyhow, Tepper rolls up in there. He went in the restaurant wanting to talk to the owners. It was like the most Karen move I've ever seen. Let me speak to your owner. And the poor guy that was at doing the, I don't know, he's at the podium, when you come into a restaurant and he's standing there and he's like, how many, and all that, maitre d', whatever he's called. He didn't know who Tepper was, and there was a girl standing beside him. Neither one of them did. And Tepper reaches out and grabs that guy's hat off his head. He was wearing a Philadelphia Eagles hat. And he grabs the guy's hat without asking him, and then turns to somebody that was with him and pointed at it, and then threw it on the little table thing there. I was like, somebody take a hat on my head without asking. I don't care who you are. You're going to, you're at least going to hear about it. But apparently the owner wasn't in and all that, but it was on video. Then Tepper wanted to go in and talk with this guy about the marquee on his restaurant. That guy is so petty. So petty. This is the same guy that threw a drink at a fan. We're going to have fun with the Panthers for a long time, man. Long time. Hey, D, what's up? You think the Saints are going to be an issue, MH? Chat's paused again. And what's up with YouTube? Why does it do this? There we go. Yeah, the Panthers did neglect their O-line. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, though. I mean, they didn't pick a kicker or a long snapper or Storm Duck. Let's see. They got. Let me see. Xavier Leggett, wide receiver. Jonathan Brooks, running back. In the second round. What? Tevin Wallace, linebacker. And Jatavion Sanders, a tight end. Yeah, so they went all skill, except linebacker. D, what do you think about our draft? I haven't got a chance to watch any of the Buccaneers videos. Yeah, they had Barton had a video out. All the defensive coaches did, the offensive coaches. I'm backed up on everything, man. I haven't listened to any podcasts. Tom had a podcast for me to listen to and get a chance to get around to that. It's been a busy week, man. Busy week. Oh, He's out of with Wirfs, huh? I didn't realize he was that big. Some of the highlights that I saw, Martin, I really liked his power and his play through the whistle. It's real important for offensive linemen, in my opinion. You play to the echo of the whistle. And Martin did that quite a bit. I saw one where he just collapsed the whole right side or the left side of the defensive line. Took out a couple of his own players too. And just kept driving. I liked it. So, we'll see. Just if we're going to put him at center, though, I don't know how that's going to work out. If he's that tall, I don't know. But they might be happy with Hainsey. Dunno. We'll get a better feel for it in training camp. Yeah, extend Gedeke. Yep. I could be down with that. Dave, can I lose? Joe, what's up, man? Yep. Dave Canales, it was kind of like, how you ever met a girl and you're dating her and everything, you think everything's going cool, and you're like, this might be the one. This might be the one. And then they ghost you. Or they do the what is it they'll be like, I'm just not feeling this, or we could be friends or something like that, and then like the very next night you see them out with another dude, and they end up marrying him. That's how it feels with Dave Canales, man. I have a lot of pent up frustration with him. He left us at the altar. Jerk. That makes it fun. Barton will be a stud. I talk about flashy picks and all that good stuff. But yeah, if he could just stay on his feet and block, I'll be happy. Good. Glad you like him, D. Glad you like him. We were sitting here talking. I did a poll earlier. I think I did it yesterday. The vast majority of people gave it an A. Second place was a B. And then David Robinson gave us a D. But somebody gave us an E. I don't know who it was. We're gonna hunt him down. We're gonna sleuth and find out. I'd give us a B minus. And not because I think any of the picks were bad. It's just there was no pizzazz there. I'm not excited about any of them. You're probably going to hear me say that 50 times in this. I think I've already said it 20. I think Bowles is gone, not this year, the next. I thought he was going to be gone last year. I really did. When we had that 7-game losing streak, I thought he was done. I did not think we were going to recover from that. Luckily, our division sucked. If anybody would have had some oomph in our division, Bowles would be gone. I think we're doing a pretty decent job, pretty good job actually, of being in salary cap hell but still fielding a decent team. I mean, I still think we're going to win the NFC South this year. Yeah. What I did see from Gregory MH was the guy, he's still playing hard. He's still playing good and hard. I think Jason Light would have to really royally mess up for a number of years in a row before they would give him the boot. You got to figure Anton Winfield Jr., Mike Evans, Tristan Wirfs, Godwin. I would say Devin White, but that's not a plus. Vita Vea. And if last year pays off, we got Yaya, we got Cansey. Light's done us good. You're not seeing a division win? Well, get Jordan Wade have back. Yeah, that was big. That was big. Yeah, Joe. Right, and that's the thing, Raw. We're in a really bad division. Panthers are going to be horrible for a long time. Saints, I really feel like the Saints are finally hitting that wall that we've been waiting for a decade. Atlanta, I really thought they were building something good there, and I think they blew it up. So we'll see how Raheem can patch it back together. But they got a lot of talent there, man. Whether Raheem can, that's a big if. We'll see if Raheem's learned, man. But I think our division is going to be struggling for a while. And we're about the most solid team, So I think we can win. I think it's going to be pretty much the same as it was last year. Although we might be a little bit better. Hopefully Baker Mayfield doesn't let all this go to his head. He got the big contract and everybody talking about how great he was and all that good stuff. Get big headed and end up not playing well. Doesn't have that chip on his shoulder, But yeah, getting Jordan Whitehead back was big, real big. Yeah, Vita Vea. I saw that they're trying to get him back down in weight. And see, I said that. Last year, man, he was too heavy and he was struggling. Every time I saw him on the sideline, man, he had oxygen or he was, and you can see him standing out there with his hands on his hips and everything. He was out of shape, man. So they're talking to getting him back down to his college weight. We'll see how that works. But yeah, I remember the first couple of years he was in the league. He was chasing guys down from behind. I haven't seen that in the past couple of years. He ain't chasing anybody. He's chasing donuts. You're probably right. Light probably is our greatest GM. Just being able to get Tom Brady here. Yeah, you gotta give him kudos for that. But he's done a lot of good stuff. He's done some messed up stuff too. Now let's not forget Aguayo. You don't think Raheem Morris is going to be it for Atlanta? I'm excited about it. I really am. Because I knew he was going to get another shot as a coach. I didn't think it'd take this long. But man, did he blow this team up, man. Oof. I bet he does not have that player's coach mentality as much anyhow. Definitely not as much. Well, we'll see, man. We'll see. We shall see. David. Yeah. Yeah, he's known for being able to hold volatile locker room. I was surprised we didn't draft linebacker too. We got a couple in free agency or undrafted. UDFAs. Yes, Joe, 100%. We're going to benefit from Raheem struggling, Dave struggling, and the Panthers being led by an egomaniac. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about Baker having a new baby. Eesh. I can tell you, I'm a year and a half out, and I'm still struggling. D, you got a good feeling about the defense? Sweet. I like that. New offensive coordinator. Yeah, I still got to watch some of his college football. Kansas, right? This offensive coordinator we got. I don't know a thing about it. He was under McVay for a little bit, but Culver House, yeah. Well, I wasn't around that back then, David. I didn't become a Buccaneers fan until 1990, the year they changed the uniforms. Is that 90, 96? 96. What a great decade that was. I've been watching football all my life. That Buccaneers team from 96 to 2003, just, ugh. It was fun football, man. It was good football. Did he say that? I really got a kick out of that last pick when he drafted a Goya. Baker can afford a nanny. Yeah, I can't. That's for sure. Yeah, he can afford one now. He can get a nice nanny. Get a couple nannies. When did we take Bucky? 4th round? 5th round? Well, at least we were at the Panthers and took one in the 2nd. Yeah, I was hoping we'd get Micah Abrams. Abram. Hey, Storm Duck was still available too. Yeah, he could get one of those, T. How do you pronounce that? Off hair? Is it French? They're like, they do everything there, right? The housekeepers, nannies, probably cook for you. Oh gosh, we don't want it to turn out like an Arnold Schwarzenegger situation. He ends up having a baby with her too. Yeah, Colts drafted Abram round 6. We definitely could have got him. We just didn't want him, apparently, which really surprised me. I thought for sure, I honestly thought he was going to be undrafted. And maybe that's what they were thinking too. He'd go undrafted and we get him in the free agency, but didn't happen with the Colts. But, he's probably got some connections there, too, with Tony Dungy having coached there. And Donnie Abram probably was on Tony Dungy's coaching staff there at one point or something. Who knows? They like Zion. I know. Which I like Zion, too. I'm anxious to see how he turns out this year in a more full-time role. Because 2 years ago, man, he was so hit and miss. He made great plays and then horrible plays. And then great plays and then horrible plays. He was definitely one or the other. Very bipolar. Last year, he was much more solid. Zion. Wasn't that the city? That was the city name in The Matrix, right? Zion? Wasn't it? Matrix Resurrection or Part 2, whichever one it was. I liked all the Matrix movies. I haven't seen the last one, man. Didn't a new one just come out? Like, I didn't hear anybody talk about it or anything. Let me look that up. But anyhow, I liked all the Matrix movies. I'm big into concepts. I love the Matrix concept. It changed society in many different ways. Just the whole thought of the being in a machine. Matrix Resurrections, is that it? 2021. Good grief. Yeah, I haven't seen that. Wow. Did not realize it came out 3 years ago. Ooh, got a horrible rating. Anyhow, back to football. More worried about Dean than Zion. Yeah, man, I tell you, Jamal Dean has been a disappointment to me. He really has. His first year, he was the backup. But every time he went out there, man, I just saw great potential in him. And he eventually ended up winning the starter role and everything. And he just hasn't gotten better. He's actually gotten worse, if you ask me. I'm not saying he's horrible or bad, but he just hasn't. He hasn't gotten to where he should be. You're supposed to get better every year, right? Yeah, we could have got him in round 6 or 7, just as a why not? Colts definitely overdrafted him. I was actually surprised. I was like, whoa. You talking about with Dean? The age issue? Yeah, he's coming up on, he's getting old. Yeah, but he started off right here and he went to about right here. He just really hasn't improved. And, now with the age issue, you can't really expect him to improve a whole lot. So we got Tyke Smith, who's going to be he's going to be a hybrid player. He's going to play safety. He's going to play cornerback, nickel corner. Will probably even play a little bit of linebacker. As far as cornerbacks, we still got Josh Hayes. I liked him. He was all right. Oh, we got Izzy too. But again, he's safety, hybrid. We got Bryce Hall. That's right, from the Jets. I like him. I think there's going to be a battle at cornerback. Between all of them. I don't think Jamel Dean's got it locked down. I think it'd be very easy for somebody to come in and outshine Jamel Dean. But although Bowles really does like Dean. And like I said, it's the only player I've seen Bowles yell at was Dean. Oh no, D, I'm with you 100% there. I love Smash Mouth football. Yeah. I miss it. I'm not a big fan of this kinder, gentler sportsmanship. And now that we've got the rule with the no hip drop tackle, that's so weird to me. It's so weird. I mean, like I said, I've never even heard that term used. I've been watching football for 50 years. I had never heard that term until 2 years ago. Hip drop tackle. And now it's outlawed. It's going to be a mess. There's definitely going to be a lot of people upset over some hip drop tackle calls. But, that's something I've been wanting to do, and I've talked about it quite a bit, is I want to compare, we talk about player safety all the time. The NFL is really focused on that, right? But are they really safer? If you ask me, it seems like players get more injured now than they used to. So what I want to do, I want to go back and I want to watch some old Buccaneers. I got some old Buccaneers games on tape from the 90s and watch that. And, just keep track of how many players get injured, how many breaks in the game due to injury or whatever, for both teams. Although I do remember the Buccaneers injuring people quite a bit on the field. And then watch, some Buccaneers from like last year or something like that, and just get a feel and see. Because to me, it just seems like we have more injuries now. It's almost like every 4 or 5 plays there's somebody injured and hopping off the field, out for a couple weeks or whatever. And again, I'm a big believer in what you focus on becomes reality. And if you think about getting hurt, if you're going to walk around and say, don't get injured, you're going to get injured. It's kind of like when people say, don't think of a polar bear. You're going to think of a polar bear. As humans, we don't hear the do not. So if everybody's thinking about injuries, then you're more likely to get injured. That's just my thoughts. Bryce Hall has the same issues as Dean, can't stay healthy. We don't need any more of that here. I'm not worried about Levante David. Me and Molly were talking about that the other day, about how Mike Evans and Levante David have just been consistently good every year. Levante David has never had a down year. He's just been Levante David every year. And same thing with Mike Evans. He's just, he'll have bad games. Levante will have a bad game every now and then. But their consistency is just incredible. And it's not like a mediocre consistently. It's elite. It's just incredible to me. I used to get so mad at I was at Carolina Panthers linebacker, Kuechly. Oh gosh, I used to get, because he was always just praised all the time. It was like every week, Kuechly's awesome, and look at this play and the highlights, and at the end of the year, he'd get accolades and all this good stuff. And every single year, Levante David beat him in every category, every stat, every year. And Levante never got recognition for that. Kuechly sucked up all the attention. And it's marketing yourself is really a big thing. You see it with the draft, but as players, you got to market yourself too. And Levante David's not very good at that. He doesn't care to be, apparently. I'm just glad we brought him back. Very solid, man. Very solid. Thank you, okay. Oh, yeah, KJ Britt. Yes. Yeah. I like Britt. I like Russell, too. And our boy, Savassier. I liked him. I think we got a good inside linebacker core. Yeah. Not going to miss Devin White. Not at all. Matter of fact, I think it's going to be the strength of our defense. Whitehead thumping people again. Yes. Yes. A missile, a cruise missile. Yeah. The offense is actually scoring fewer points now. Not our offense, but the offense average across the league. It's like they put in all these rules to help the offense, and they're getting worse. It's homeostasis. You can't beat it. It's a law of nature. You can't beat it. The defense will find a way, but it is so aggravating. I don't like penalties. I think they hurt the game. You should have as few rules as possible. It really breaks up the momentum of a game. It drives me crazy. Especially when you get these 5 or 6 penalties back to back. You're just like, oh man, it's like 20 minutes of watching the referee talk. Hey, Kate, how you doing? I saw you were very happy about the draft. It's good. Yeah, Levante has played so much longer than Kuechly did, and just consistent. I mean, it's incredible how consistent he is. And like I said, it's not like I'm consistently good. I'm consistently elite. And to do it with the little recognition he gets is just mind-blowing to me. It's like last year we paid him chump change. And he had a great year. He's probably the best player on our defense. I'm glad we're paying him a little bit more this year. But he just seems to be one of those guys that just, he's just going to go out there and do it. He'd do it for free, probably. Oh, no. Okay, sorry to hear that. Well, that's awesome, Kate. I'm glad you're happy with it. I gave it a B minus. And again, like I told everybody, you're going to hear this 50 times. Not because of the players we drafted, but because we just didn't get anybody with pizzazz. I don't have an issue with anybody we drafted. Some people do with Bucky. I'm like, we'll see. But I think it was all solid picks, but it wasn't anything that got my blood pumping, So that's why I give them a B minus. It's really me being selfish. Oh, Joe, we'll run better this year. I can almost guarantee it. I tell you, go back and listen to me and Molly's podcast. We complained almost weekly about that offensive line coach. And I don't know how he kept his job. It had to have been, is it nepotism? Is that what it is? With Bruce Arians or whatever. Same thing with our special teams coach. He was horrible. I complained about him for years. But now that he's gone, you watch. Our running game is going to improve a lot. A lot. I'm interested to see what we run. I think we're going to stick to more zone. It'll probably be outside, though. With Dave, we did that mid. We don't really have the players for inside. I think we're going to do a lot of outside zone. I think that's going to be the staple of our running game. It's just a guess, though. I have absolutely nothing to base that off of. Yeah, so we got David, who's very not happy with this draft. We got Kate that's very happy with this draft. So y'all two, I want to put y'all in a room and have you fight it out. You're a good man, David. Your stream's going slow for you. Must be your end because I cut down my bit rate and frames per second and everything. I'm down as low as I can go because if I go any lower, you're not going to be able to see my beautiful face in all of its glorious detail. And we know nobody wants to miss out on that. David's like, oh, I'd win. I got to get back into lifting, David. Since we moved here, I haven't been able to get to the gym. We got a gym down the street. It's too expensive, though, man. It's like $50 a month. I'm like, I'm not paying $50 a month. I've been doing body weight exercises, but I want to get a little gym set up in the garage, man. I miss lifting weights, man. I love to lift weights. Do you power lift or you do bodybuild? Are you about the aesthetics? Are you about the strength? Yeah, big sumo suits. See, we're gonna take away your advantage, Dave. Put you in those big sumo suits. We just got to run into each other. Keep that chin up, King, or that crown will fall off. MK just comes out with these great sayings every now and then. I think you got a Rolodex of those sayings that you throw in chat every now and then. I was a personal trainer, David. Actually, I owned a gym down in North Carolina. Co-owned with my sister. Don't go into business with family. The shake weight. Those commercials are great. And then, do you remember that Saturday Night Live did that thing? The shake weight. That was funny. Do you do personal training, David? Oh, Kate, that's right. I forgot she's MMA. David? You thought you had an easy fight on your hands, huh? She does that Argentinian jiu-jitsu. She'll coil you up like a snake. Yeah, it's a great. I loved personal training. I really did. I've thought about getting back into it quite a few times. There you go. David's got it on. Just stay off the mat. It's just that easy, right? In other words, run. Mike Evans training. He's having a 2,000-yard season. That'd be sweet, wouldn't it? Well, I mean, it's one of the things I hate about the way the NFL, they're constantly changing rules and all that good stuff. And then they added another week onto the year. I love it personally. If it was up to me, we'd have football every night, 365 days a year. But it just messes up all the stats. I'm surprised somebody hasn't broke the sack record yet. It's coming. But then you need to have a little asterisk by it. But this has been going on forever. It used to be 14-week seasons, and then 15, and then 16, and 17. Goodell's talking about 18-week seasons, man. He's wanting to stretch it out all over the world, man. Apparently, there's a league in Europe that started in 2019. It's called ELF, European League Football. I had never heard of it before. But apparently, it is blowing up over there. I don't know if it's affiliated with the NFL. I remember when they had the European Football League. That was great. I used to love watching that. It's a shame they closed that down. But I'm really not a big fan of our guys traveling that much. It's like that's tough. That's a heck of an away game. 2,000 miles, 3,000 miles. It's bad enough when you got to go to California. Imagine if we had games in China. Hey, Molly, what's up? David's ready to fight a girl. Those are my three favorite opponents, man. Kids, the elderly, and frail women. I'll challenge them every day. Not saying you're frail, okay? Oh, Molly. Oh, Molly's trying to get points. Thank you, sweetie. That's the nicest thing. Look, I'm feeling tingly inside. It's about time you recognize. Dang, it's 8 o'clock already. Holy damn. Time just flies when I'm hanging out with you guys. The softer they make the game, more games can be played. But I've noticed, MH, that they almost every player now takes 2 games off a year. It's a hamstring or a concussion. Things that you can't really look at and go, oh, hey, that's an issue. It seems like, even a lot of the quarterbacks are doing it. Baker didn't this year. I bet he will next year, though. Now he's got his money. Yeah, I don't mind the longer season. It's the traveling. Now, see, just for you, Kate, I think they should have a game in Argentina. It's better than getting Britney Spears or Taylor Swift, right? Where are we going to watch the Bucks win the Super Bowl? Man, I tell you what, Bucks go to the Super Bowl this year. Me and Molly are going, so I'm going to be watching it wherever it's at. I say that, but I ain't got that much money. Super Bowl tickets are stupid now. So we'll do it at Raymond James Stadium. We'll all meet up at Raymond James Stadium. Where's the Super Bowl being played at this year? Somebody's going to put it in there before put 2025. Okay, here we go. AI knew what I was talking about. Look, search results came up with Las Vegas, Nevada because I put in where's the Super Bowl in 2024. The AI got it right there. New Orleans. Is it New Orleans? That's what AI is saying. Our computer overlords. Yep, New Orleans. Oh, be darned. Woo. Interesting. Yeah. Kate, yeah. The Chinese would be out there pulling Sun Tzu tactics. That'd be funny. They give you 4 to 8 games off if you're a wide receiver or running back. You kind of have to now. At least two. At least two. Now, see, I think if they go to 18 games, I think they should do it now. But if they go to 18, definitely, you got to have 2 bye weeks, man. You got to. You can't expect these guys to do all that, man. Yeah, Rampage, I feel the same way, man. Same way. And I feel like Tryon was another Noah Spence. So we're just like, we haven't learned our lesson yet. MK, it is on my list. Rampage, I know you've been after me about it. It's on my list. Get some gear going. I got a bunch of stuff planned, but just getting the time to do it right now is kind of difficult. It's always it's the 2 teams football fans hate the most. The Kansas City Chiefs being one of them. I did not realize. I swear, I had no. I always kind of liked the Chiefs. Especially after we beat them in the Super Bowl, I was like, oh, look, they're so cute. And I always liked Patrick Mahomes as a person. Every interview and everything I've seen about him, he just seems like a really good dude. But then, man, when, the whole Taylor Swift stuff, that was too much. It was fun, though. It was fun to grouse about. But then Travis Kelce just seemed to be a real jerk. And then when Patrick Mahomes went off on the refs that game over something that they legitimately, did a foul. And the Kansas City Chiefs get away with crap all the time. Everybody's talked about it. And he acted like a child. And I don't know, man. Something's. I didn't realize that I didn't like them until they beat the Ravens. And I was irrationally angry. It was the weirdest thing. I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, why am I mad about this? It's AFC. I don't even care. And I was like, oh, I get it. I don't like the Chiefs. That was a weird moment. It's like, when did that happen? So I had to think back, introspect, all that good stuff. I think last year they did not do their image any favors. I think it was a bad look for them last year. Yeah, Bucky. Yeah, he seems like kind of like a Rachaad White 2.0, don't he? I don't know. We all like those bulldog running backs, man. I like the bruisers, the Jerome Bettises. Well, NMH, the big difference in, when you talk about the game is not hard anymore, is the coaches can't be tough. I remember 2-a-days. That was normal. Now you can't even do that. You got a very, very limited amount of time to practice now. And practicing in pads with contact. Gosh, I think the days they could do that, you can count on one hand. Yeah. It was one of my favorite lines from the movie Any Given Sunday. Jim Brown, he was the defensive coordinator. He said, these new players now, they got bodies like Adonis, but they're built like glass. Love it. Also, I think my favorite line from that movie was when he was yelling at the defense in halftime, and he was pointing at the whiteboard or the chalkboard. And he said, "Now you're dumb enough. We made this simple enough." I love that line. You're dumb enough, and we made this simple enough for you. Yeah, I like the Patriots. I've always thought they were kind of boring, but, they won. I've never had an issue with the Patriots. Definitely didn't dislike them. Yeah, overexposure. Way too many games. I don't know. Don't know. Like I said, being selfish, I would want football on every day. I don't know if it'd be good for the league, but I'd enjoy it. I do. I watch football in the bye week. You like the Barry Sanders type running back, MH? Kamara? LeGarrette Blount. To me, LeGarrette Blount was a perfect running back. I loved me some LeGarrette Blount. I went through John Lynch leaving us. I went through Warren Sapp leaving us. The biggest heartbreak of any player I've ever had to go through was LeGarrette Blount. I was tore up over that. That was a tough one, man. I almost followed him to the Patriots. I ain't gonna lie. No. At least Bucky can make a guy miss. That's an improvement over White. It's funny. Yeah, they practice the air conditioning most days. Have you ever been to their practice facility, MH? It's nice. And it's air conditioned. I don't know how they do it. They actually can make it rain in there. And snow, I think. We got a tour of it. We saw a practice in there too. It was funny. This was back when Gerald McCoy was there. And all the other players came over and talked, except Gerald McCoy. He went over to the VIP section, which was over in the end zone. I think it's where all the families and stuff was in. And he stayed over there the whole time. It was very strange. I think it was his last year he played for the Bucs. But yeah, they can make it rain in that facility, and I think they can make it snow. Not sure. But yeah, it's very comfortable in there. Garrett Blunt, yeah, man, he was the boy. I loved him. I loved everything about his running style. And, he made the whole track hurdle leap thing what it is now. He was the first one to do it. I remember the first time I saw him do it, I was like, whoa. And then he did it like consistent. He was so good at it. Now you see it in the league all the time. Yeah, poor Cadillac Williams. Mm. And Pittman. I liked Pittman too. We've had some good running backs. Ward Dunn, Mike Allstott, of course. Mike Allstott, man, he was just so much fun to watch. Muscle Hamster. Doug Williams, yeah, man. Especially, and then he goes to Washington and wins the Super Bowl. I tell you, I think the Buccaneers have got to have a record for the amount of players that have left and gone on to win Super Bowl. It's quarterbacks even. Got me Trent Dilfer, Doug Williams, Testaverde. He didn't win a Super Bowl. He won the AFC Championship. Or he played in the AFC Championship. I don't know if he won. Did he? No, he never made it to the Super Bowl. He played in the AFC Championship. Who else? Who else? Oh, Steve Young. I gotta forget that. So yeah, that right there's got to be a record. Cadillac Williams was a great blocker too. He was an all around running back. Do you know who was not a very good blocker? It was Mike Allstott. He was so stiff. Guys got around him easy. Great running back, man. Bo Jackson, right? What a debacle that was, man. Didn't he go on? He went and play with the Raiders, right? And oh gosh, who was that? Brian Bosworth, the Boz. This was during the days of the dominant Chicago Bears, right? There were so many personalities in the NFL. I mean, it was insane. It was like a reality show. The Bosworth, he had the mohawk and everything, and he was talking about Bo Jackson. He played linebacker. Bo played running back, and the Boz talked crap about how he wasn't gonna let Jackson get by him. And Bo Jackson ended up running him over. It was so embarrassing. It was on live TV. The whole world was watching. And I think that was about it for the Boz's career. I remember he went on to do a bunch of action movies. They were so horrible too. He was a horrible actor. I remember watching one of his movies, and I was in an altered state of mind. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, "This movie's awesome." And the next day, I was telling my friends, so we got together and we watched it. It was so bad, I was embarrassed. Like I don't know what I was under the influence of. Braswell and Boswell. Boy, I hope that's the only thing they have in common. Oh man. If Braswell shows up to training camp with a mohawk, man, we need to be worried. Brian Boswell. Yeah, I haven't thought about him for a long time. Yeah, there used to be so many personalities in the NFL, man. So many. If you ever want to watch North Dallas 40. That's how football was when I was growing up. That's how the players were. You know, it's so wild if you watch North Dallas 40 and then any given Sunday, you really can't get more of a dichotomy as far as the way the league was and is now. And then they need to do a new movie. I think the draft, when was that? When did that come out? That was like 2010 or something. That's probably more of like how the NFL is now. It's all about the front office. But I'd like to see an updated football movie. Because it'd be all about sponsorship and branding. But you just don't get the personalities anymore. Yeah? The over-the-top crazy or just completely, confidence the size of Mount Everest. I just had pizza or spaghetti. Molly made me spaghetti. I was down there eating it. I was like, I had 2 minutes. I had spaghetti all in my beer. Ooh, jerk seasoned tilapia. Ooh, that sounds delicious. It tells the story of how they get guys out of the league. Yeah, that's if they did a modern NFL, it would be about fines, uh, rules, fantasy football for sure, contracts. Yeah, just wow, a lot of stuff. When did Any Given Sunday come out? That was like the early 2000s, right? I want to say 2000. Was that the last like football movie? Me and Molly used to, before the season started, we'd watch. I kept a list of movies about football to get us amped up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I should have said injuries because the last one was 2015's Concussion. That was the one with Will Smith. You know, Mr. Face Smack. Oh my gosh, that's funny. That makes sense. The Blind Side came out in 2009. I never have seen that. Remember the Titans? That was a good one. I love that movie. That was 2000. The Longest Yard, 2005. That was a remake. So We Are Marshall was 2006. Invincible was 2006. The Express. I've never heard that. Dennis Quaid. Draft Day. No, it was 2014. Yeah, so. Draft Day. I did not like that movie. Gosh, Varsity Blues came out in 1999. I didn't realize it was that long ago. Any Given Sunday came out in 1999. Yeah. Wow, so that was 25 years ago. And that was a big change from 25 years previously when North Dallas 40 come out. Oh, Heaven Can Wait. That was a good one, too. One of my favorites, though, was Everybody's All American with Randy Quaid. Nobody ever talks about it. It's weird. It's just kind of one of those movies that went under the radar. Great movie, though. Great movie. Good football movie. Yeah, so Concussion was the last NFL, last football movie. That's hilarious. My All American, is that the name of it? I thought it was Everybody's All American. Great movie. Yeah. Everybody's All American. Yes. Really good movie. Jessica Lange, Dennis Quaid, Timothy Hutton. That was 1988. Good grief. Ugh. Burt Reynolds. That the prison football. They did the remake of. I just said it a minute ago. What was that? Yeah, give me a second. Longest Yard. Yeah. Man, I used to love Burt Reynolds. Smokey and the Bandit. That was great. Yeah, I didn't like Draft Day. Yeah, way too much drama. And you kind of, it was very predictable, you know. Yeah, you know, I don't know what they're going to do with Cody Mock. Cody Mock and Hainsey are the two big issues. I can't see them keeping those two guys as starters. I really can't. You know, maybe moving Hainsey over to left guard, but man, Mock there's no way those new coaches are going to look at that game film and go, yeah, this guy, we trust him to start. I mean, he's got to prove that can stay on his feet at least. I don't know. We'll see, man. It's going to be the training camp will give us much more of an idea of what they plan on doing. I think right now they have no idea what they're going to do either. So they're stocking up on offensive linemen. They're just going to start plugging guys in, see what works. No. I've been talking with them, David, Al and Tom. No, they didn't jump ship. Actually, Tom is going to help me out with the draft next year. We've been working on some ideas and stuff. I just wasn't prepared for it this year. You know, I just kind of, you guys talked me into it. I thought I had a great time with it. The Texas football player. Boo. I can't remember that movie. Gosh, I remember when Little Giants came out. I remember watching that. Yeah, that's what David was saying too. Rampage. Yeah, we should have traded up in the second. I thought, or traded down and gotten. I wanted a dedicated center. I mean, y'all know. I sat here. I was big into Frazier. I would have been happy with Powers, but you know, it was between Powers, Johnson, Frazier, and Barton, and they decided to go with Barton, and it's because of his versatility. I would assume. Yeah. Powers Johnson was picked before Frazier, right? Where did Frazier go? Oh my gosh. I had to sit here and dig through my memory. Rampage, you out? Oh, I'll be back. He's busy in that. Oh, hey, Tom. You snuck in on us. Okay, Kate. I know. I saw that, Tom. I was so upset. and then plus, Micah Abrams was drafted by the Colts in the 6th. They really reached for that one, I thought. Tom, I have not got a chance to listen to that podcast yet. So I was telling everybody, man, I barely made it to the live stream. I mean, I was literally wiping dinner off my mouth when I started the live stream. Take it easy, Kate. Steelers. Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Steelers did get Frazier. That's right. They got him late in the second. I didn't think he was going to last that long. At least, I think it was late in the second. Mid-second. Steelers. Steelers had a good draft. Okay. Powers Johnson was picked by the Raiders ahead of Frazier. They got Mo Kamara and Storm Duck. Man, Dolphins are going to be monsters this year. Yeah, let's just all move down south this year for the fan base, right? Oh man, I had a neighbor with plumbing issues this week. What's going on with that? What's happening? What's up, Roger? What kind of issues you got there, Tom, with your plumbing? Yeah, you did say it. That Steelers wanted Frazier. They sure did. They got him. Yeah, I've seen the emails, Tom. Just haven't got a chance to read them or respond. Trust me, it's been gnawing on my conscience. I've had a pretty busy weekend, pretty busy week. You like the draft, Roger? That's good. Most people, I did a poll, left it up for a couple of days, I think, and the vast majority of people gave us an A. B came in second place, and then David Robinson gave us a D. Somebody gave us an E. We haven't figured out who it is yet. David owned up to his D grade. I'm going to say this again for all the new people. I give us a B minus. B minus. Not because I didn't like any of the picks, but because just none of them got my blood going, you know. No pizzazz there. I was just kind of like, yeah, that's okay. It's not that I thought they did bad with the picks. Just wasn't excited about it. Steelers drafted 3 offensive linemen. Wow. Well, we got 2. Yeah, Steelers did what we should have been. Yep. Have not found out who gave us the F grade yet. Nope. Does anybody want to fess up to it? I'm glad you're proud of it, David, because I've been saying it every time somebody pops in the chat. Yeah, David gave us a D. I was just, we talked so much about all the players. We were breaking down guys on film and everything. None of those guys did we pick up. And I was excited about some of them. And then there were so many guys in the draft that were, they had, measurables or some names attached to them or, just some excitement that could pull you through till training camp starts. We didn't get none of that. At least we could have done with Storm Duck, just so that people would be talking about the name. We did get Brad Culpepper's son, though. I just found that out today. Defensive tackle. I had no idea. Probably practice squad, yeah. Well, and then we picked up a couple undrafted free agents. And nowadays, with the new practice squad rules, you get to keep a lot of people. It's not like the olden days 3 years ago when you really had to struggle to keep guys you like. We got Missouri guard Xavier Delgado, an undrafted free agent. We got guard center from Auburn, Avery Jones. We got a couple of camp guys anyhow. Tom, I was surprised we didn't get a middle linebacker. Yep, but like I said, I'm not. I'm not upset about the draft. It's these hybrid players. I get it, but at the same time, I like the specialized guys. I wanted us to draft a center specifically. Instead, we draft a safety who we're going to play as a nickel corner and a guard that we're going to try to squeeze in the center, even though he's 6 foot. What is he, 6'5"? Don't know. Training camp's going to be interesting. Not only does he have catching issues, but he's short and in the slot. Baker Mayfield will never see him or throw to him. They got their linemen early, first, second, and fourth. Not a big Dean fan, Roger? Yeah, you missed my tirade about him a little while back. Just how disappointed I've been with him. Again, he had so much potential. He's just kind of stayed the same. My upcoming hearts. I know, Tom, but y'all, you put the effort to give me all that information. I feel, and it's really I've just been way too busy. I have not been able to do anything. It seems like, and Molly's been hearing about it too. I'm just like, I'm so busy. Of course, I say that, and then I took a 2-hour nap. I took a 2-hour nap yesterday and a 4-hour nap Sunday, but that was only because I got 4 hours of sleep. After church, I came home. I was like, all right, I'm going to lay down for a little bit. 4 hours later, I woke up. I was mad. Detroit had like 20 corners. Hey, they trying to go back to the big show, man, or make it to the big show. Benedict Arnold. I don't get the reference there, Tom. Tyke Smith, otherwise known as Benedict Arnold. Oh, he's a former Mountaineer. Oh, really? Well, that makes me very happy, dude. You turned me on to Frazier, and I was really impressed with him. So if you say Tyke Smith is good, what's up with West Virginia, man? Y'all had some good players. No, it's a Batman shirt. Thank you for noticing, Rampage. Merry Easter, everyone. Did you send me a link with some Tyke Smith, Tom? I'm just gonna have to watch some West Virginia football, aren't I? Oh, I get it now. He left to go play for Georgia. Oh man, what a stinker! So we know he doesn't have loyalty. So are y'all like what a development program over there with the new transfer portal? Guys get good and then they leave to go to the big teams. Oh my gosh, it's 8:40, guys. I got to get off here, man. Spend some time with my family. The AAA Mountaineers. Yeah, I didn't want to like Frazier when because you talked him up so much. I wanted to rib you about him, but the more I watched it, the more I was like, man, I like this guy. So I'm definitely going to follow his career, so we could complain about when our team sucks or the draft picks we made. Be like, we could have picked Frazier, man. We could have been a contender. Yeah, so that's how it's going to be, Tom, with all the image likeness and the portal and all that. All the big teams are just going to suck up all the good players, man. And all the players are going to go there because they got the money. Martin, Frazier via trade, Kamara, Smith, Corrindo. That would have been good. Yeah, see, I would have been excited about that. All the rum. Ho, 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 and a bottle of rum. All right. Tom, I wish you would have showed up earlier, man. But I understand plumbing issues. But I got to get off of here. And I will check out your emails. I'm going to try to get to them tomorrow because Friday I have a fossil dig I got to go to. So I'm going to be all day done with that. And then, so if I don't get back to you tomorrow, it'll definitely be Saturday, okay? So hang on, man. Oh, cool. Y'all got a billionaire alumni. He owns the Arizona. Okay, so y'all can throw some money, keep some players. David, I appreciate you, brother. Got to get out of here. We'll talk to everybody next week, and unless something pops up and some news, and we can jump on here and have a live stream. But hey, draft's over. Every year it's a new team. This year we got our new team, got some new guys to throw in the mix, see what happens with them. It's always exciting because there's always guys that are going to rise up that you don't expect. There's guys that you expect to do good are going to fall. Makes it fun. So we'll see what happens, man. I appreciate you guys holding my hand through the draft this year. That was fun. Me and Tom are going to work out some good stuff for next year's draft. Yeah. that's why I was telling everybody, too, that you had sent me a podcast to listen to, and I haven't had a chance. I got to mow the grass tomorrow, so I'll listen to it while I mow the grass. All right. Everybody, y'all be cool. And until next time, go Bucks!